Hi, Steve Avellino here with Reverse the Aging Processes. On my road to my 70th birthday, I had given myself 5 physical challenges that I was hoping to accomplish. First one was a deep squat. Basically, just want to kind of hang out with my grandchildren in that position. Little kids can hang out and play in a deep squat position for long periods of time, and in some countries, the deep squat is actually a resting position. So we're going to take a look at 4 pictures. The first one probably taken 6 or 7 months ago, trying to get into a deep squat. The second picture is a 1-year-old, actually 6 weeks shy of his 2nd birthday, showing his deep squat position. Third picture, a 5-year-old, actually at his birthday party in a resting squat position, just hanging out. And then the fourth picture, a picture of myself in the squatting position that I can get into today after about 6 months of training for it. So through the course of the process, I became looser, less stiff. Did have a bit of a knee issue for a while, but let's take a look at the pictures. So in the first picture, I'm attempting to squat. This was probably 6 or 7 months ago. Super stiff from years of weightlifting, big lean forward, not good at all. In the second picture, this gentleman is roughly 6 weeks before his 2nd birthday, and so technically still one until still trying to figure out his proprioception, the body knowing where it is in space. That said, still a nice deep squat. He'll figure it out. Third picture. This is a 5-year-old at his 5th birthday party, and he is the apex predator of the deep squat. I watched him in this position for 3 or 4 minutes, and after a long day in the pool, he was just resting. And this is truly a deep resting squat. In the fourth picture, my squat at age 70, a lot deeper than it used to be, but I had hold on to some bands to keep upright, and I can tell you right now I was not resting. This was not pleasant at all, and I was actually fighting this position. Now, if you take a look at the pictures of my deep squats and the 5-year-old, his feet are pointed straight. Mine are pointed way out. And this is telling me that I have a lack of ankle dorsiflexion. So think of standing facing uphill, your ankles in that position. So to get my squat better and make it resting and not painful, I need to increase my ankle mobility, and I also have to increase the thoracic spine mobility so I can squat better. So now you're probably asking yourself, why is the deep squat important at all? So why is the deep squat so important? First of all, it's going to release a lot of fascia issues, the connective tissue in the body, and in turn will increase joint mobility. As an example, the rear fascial line starts at the arches of the feet, goes up the back of the legs, up the back, over the top of the skull, and attaches to the forehead. And one would think that if you can release tension on one end of that line, it should release tension on the other end. So I'm going to continue to squat. I'm going to focus on my ankle dorsiflexion and thoracic mobility, which we saw in the pictures is wanting. And over time, that's going to create greater joint mobility, better movement, and less pain. Plus, I'll be able to hang out on the floor with my grandkids, which is always a good thing. Always remember, age is not measured in years, it is measured in lack of movement.